Hi, it's Tiffany Lorraine, the Resilient Mother, international best-selling co-author, coach, mother, creative writer, among many things. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to do a meditation to get you grounded and ready to see your vision for the future, what you want, and how to manifest it. Then I will take you into Canva and give you some examples of ways that you can create a digital vision board that you can use on your computer screen so you can see it every day, or as a post, or as something you can share with others to hold you accountable. All right. To get started, what you'll need to do is sit up straight, put your feet grounded on the floor. You may want your hands on your abdomen or chest just to get in touch with the inside of you and your breath. First, we're going to start with the breath. You may close your eyes. I tend to, or you can gaze at the floor, whatever's most comfortable for you. So we're going to take 3 breaths in. Nice and slow in. Hold for a second before releasing. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now, you may put your hands in your lap, wherever's comfortable. And first, just get your mind calm and quiet. Let anything negative be released, any tension in your body. Give it some compassionate movement. Get nice and comfortable. Now what I want you to picture is all white around you, like one big canvas or one blank slate. Just a place to start. Then I want you to imagine taking your hand with a utensil, whether that's a paintbrush, a magic wand, a pen, pencil, crayon, or some other form, maybe a light. You're going to take that, you're going to draw a line. There's no wrong or no right, just draw a line. Now notice the details of the line. What color is it? Is it thick? Is it thin? Is it straight? Is it crooked? Is it curved? This will say a lot about you and who you are. See, there's 4 different personality types, and each draws differently. So depending on how you drew will reflect your personality. The first personality tends to be really fun and buoyant, more vibrant, more curves. And the second personality is very soft and flowing. The third personality is jagged and rigid, a go-getter. And the fourth may not like drawing. They don't want to do anything unless it's perfect. But let yourself explore. You may have a dominant personality, and then you may have a secondary personality. So how you drew your line may say a lot about which type you are. Whether you're the one that likes to have fun, which is personality 1. Personality 2 is more soft and subtle, or slow moving like water. Personality 3 is a go-getter. Personality 4 is all about symmetry and perfection. Now give permission for your line to grow and change. You may help it with your instrument in your hand, or you may use the power of your mind or your heart. And let it start drawing a picture for you. And as it draws a picture for you, think about, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Picture it flashing in front of you like a film reel. Now stop. Stop in one of those images. Go into that image. Use all your senses. Feel how it would feel to have this thing that you want. Hear what you would hear if you had this. What you would touch, what you would smell, what you would see. If you were able to have this thing that your heart desires manifest for you. Step back and look at it. Embrace it. Bring it into your heart and hold it there. Let it fill you with light. Give it permission to enter you, to be with you, and to become real. Now let another want come before your eyes. Experience this one with all your senses. Take a minute to explore it. Look all around. Hear, taste, touch, feel. What would it be like to have this desire of your heart? Step back, embrace it, and bring it in. Get into your heart. Let it set your heart alight and on fire. Let it fill your body with light, with joy and goodness. To know that you're giving yourself permission to experience these things, to make them real. But your mind doesn't know the difference. Your mind can make anything possible. Let's do one more. Take your brush, give it a whirl, or a flick, or a squiggle. And the thing you desire, the absolute most, becomes big in front of you, around you. Feel it, embrace it, experience it, as if it's already happened. It's already real. Bring this all together and let it come inside you into your heart. Deep breath, bring it all in. Hold. Experience the light of those three wants, wishes, and dreams come to life inside you and spread up through your head, out through your arms, out through your legs, like shooting light. Let the power of these dreams give back out into the earth, out into the world. Love and joy and light. Let that light spread and fill the world and come back to you in an eternal round light. Now let it come back into you and let it just stay in your heart and give it permission to stay there and to be a part of you now. A couple deep breaths. And out. And in and out. Whenever you're ready, come back to the room. Now, I want to show you how it's possible to make those images and those things you experienced in your digital vision board. Digital vision board, if I can talk today. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you one of my vision boards that I made. So this is a vision board that I made in Canva. I needed it to be square, so I adapted a background. I have several layers here. In the back here, I have a willow tree and two people getting married under it. I had a vision of that and I've been holding to it. These are the things I desire. I desire a home, temple marriage, if you know what that means. It just means a special ceremony with marriage that's forever. To graduate, to enjoy my family, to be able to be creative, just be myself. Mine's very simple. Now I did this all from this template over here on the left, and then I added the images in that I wanted by uploading them. And you will see I have several from a different project I was making. I have videos as well, which is a new feature that they have. And there's audio that you can now add as well. And if you have Pro, you can make this one shape into many shapes for whatever social media platform that you want. And you can have movement. Movement is a new fun feature, like this background here that's moving, or this one that is moving, or you could put an actual video clip in of something that you were hoping for. This one's a pillow fight with me and my kids. So how you would start is for free, if you want, you can go into Canva, and you're going to want to start by finding a template. Now, I knew I liked blue and butterflies. That's how I found this background, is I just thought I wanted blue and I wanted butterflies, hence the butterfly behind me. But maybe you just want a collage, you want to start simple and just to be able to put images in. Okay, so we could put a vision board on here even. We're going to go to the home page for this to work properly. Right here in search, you can put vision board. Now there are some free and there's some not free options. Here is a free option, and this one has a little bit of animation in it. So why don't we take a look at that one? Animation is a new fun feature that is offered with Canva. So this one has fun little arrows that are pointing to different things and some wings. So there we go. Now, let's say you had a picture of something in your mind that you wanted to put in here. Let's say you wanted to you saw a house of some sort. You can put house over here in elements and it'll bring up different options of houses that are already in the system. And you'll notice there's some really nice photos in here. And now there's even videos in here. So if I like a video, for example, maybe I picture this as my view from my new house or something, and I want it in here, you just put it in here. And now I've got this video in here as well. Or if I like this house, I can put the house in here. And there's my dream house, right? And maybe I like this hot cocoa. I like the idea of having some cocoa. Or maybe coffee for you. This is the fastest and easiest way to make a vision board, by just finding images that you like, put them in, find images you like, put them in. Now, let's say I can't find the house that I really like in here, or I can't find what I'm really, really desiring. You would just Google online an image and download it for free. There are download websites as well. And with Pro here, you can get rid of backgrounds and you can just have yourself. An example of that would be, so I was doing some fun stuff with my family photo, and this is an image without the background. So I can put this over top of things. Maybe I want this right here for the vision board with my little family. That's how you do the no background thing. There are some free options as well. If you just Google free background removal, I'll show you some of my favorites. One of my favorites is I use this one a lot. Remove.bg, because it's totally free. All I have to do is pick an image. Let me find an image like this one, for example. And it'll just take the background out for me. Ta-da! Now this one's a little funny because we've got the wheat in front, so it doesn't work quite as well. But if I want to edit this, I can do a couple fun things. I can blur the background. I can add a background. I can also erase, and I can restore anything that might be a little too much. Maybe I want a little less of her hair being fuzzy there or something like that. Or if I messed up, I can bring something back. Like maybe it's too much of her dress got missed here. Whoops. Oh, and if I mess up, I just have the undo button on top. Maybe I want more of her dress to show up here, or a little bit of the wheat around us to show up. Or maybe I just want the bottom give it some ground here. I can play around and do all sorts of things here. And then all I have to do is download it. Once it's downloaded, then I can go back to Canva and I can upload it right here and it jumps into my images, my videos, or my audio that I make. Another thing that you'll want to play around with is text. Now there's a lot of options for text. You have your basic headliners, subheadings, and little headings. These will stay the same. You just have to double click on them and then type what you want. Like this probably needs to be 2023, for example. And this could, you put your name here. But if you want to add something, or if you don't like these, you have a couple options. You can either change the text, the size, and the color here. You can also do effects. There's lots of different effects that you can do with the text, do different things to it, add different colored backgrounds, maybe make it glow, maybe have a shadow. There are a lot of fun things that you can play with, and you can even animate it now. So animations are now something you can add to just about anything. A couple things you want to pay attention to is if you want to do it on both entry and exit. And you just kind of explore all of these to see which ones you like. And there's lots of different ones. This is a fun one that I've discovered lately that I really like. And it'll save that. So those are all the things that you can do with words up here. And then there's page animation, which you can, the whole page or part of the page. But back to text, these options down below are set as they are. So this is a good one for pricing exam. If you're doing a pricing post or something, not really fit for a vision board. But let's see, maybe you like this one for your vision board. You'd click on it and then you put whatever word you wanted on it. Like maybe you want dreams or believe or something like that. Now it's too big, so I'm just gonna make it smaller up here until I get the size that I want. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to drag, but it's often easier just to highlight and put a number in here. Now I can put this anywhere I want on this page. Now the other thing that you want to pay attention to is that you can put this in front or behind images. So if I want this to be in the back, I put back, and we keep moving backward until it's behind everything. That's not what I want, but let's say you wanted to layer images in a different way. That's a way you layer images. If I didn't want to be quite so bold, or I can't quite get the color I want, I may want to do transparency. The thing that you have to keep in mind is you are given the colors right here in basic. You have more options with Pro. But if you want any of the colors you see here, those all came from the images that were put in. So if you can't find a color for your text that you want, you need to bring in an image that has what you want. So if I wanted to change this to fit the colors that are already in my scheme, there we go. And maybe I want it right here. So that's one way. Now, this doesn't work, obviously, because there's too much going on. And if you really want text to stand out, you kind of need to stick to 3 colors on your scheme. This has a general cream kind of theme and white. That's pretty much the theme in here. We mixed it up a little bit with this brown. You kind of want to stick to 3 colors in a color scheme and then variances just so that things stand out. If you want text to stand out, obviously this 2023 stands out because there's high contrast. This stands out because there's high contrast. And when you're making anything, if you're going to use it on a phone or you're going to send it out, you might want to consider bigger text. If it's something you're just going to use for your own screensaver or something else like that, you're probably fine right here. Also with animation up here in the corner, you see this little player up on the right next to share. If you play that, you can see what all of your animations look like to make sure they're what you want before you download and save it. When you download and save, you're going to be given some different options. It's under share. If it's a video, they're going to give you that suggestion. In Pro, you're going to have all these options to schedule. You can add links to it. If you were promoting something with your vision board, or you want to tag people or the things that were in it that you were selling or something like that, you're going to want to put your links in there. Another thing to keep in mind is that you have lots of options with the images that you bring in. You can do different coloring and different special effects with your image in here. Lots of fun stuff to play with. You can take images and put them inside of cell phones and different things. You can just play around with some fun animations, or maybe you want to make something black and white instead of colored. There's lots of fun things to play with. Maybe you want your images to be more digital, more fantasy. Like color mix here is kind of trippy and fun. Or I really like using two-tone here, because if I have a color scheme that I'm sticking to, I can usually find it in here. If I need to make something black and white, I can do that in here. And ta-da, this image is now black and white. But notice what happened to my text. Now my text is behind it. So I need to go to position and bring that forward until it's in front again. Oh, my computer's being a little slow to do that, but you get the idea. And so there is one fun way to do a vision board. Another way to do it would be to simply gather all of the images that you want to use and then pick a template that's simply just the size that you're looking for. So let's say you want to do, that's generally a post that we're doing here, the square vision board. You don't have to do a square vision board. Let's say we're trying to do a screen saver, or maybe you're doing a Zoom background for your vision board so it's more user-friendly for you, or so you can share it. You just need the size. Let's do a Zoom background. It's about a computer size. All you would need is the size. So here's the size of a general Zoom background. Now I can just start putting images in here that I want as a collage. Other things that you can do in these elements is maybe I want to start with some shapes. So I can put shapes in here of different colors. I could put animation in here. So here's some fun ones that are frames. So this kind of gives you the effect of what the collage was, but in shapes that you choose. So just do some different ones here. Just to give you an idea, and I can layer those however I would like. Now I can do images. So maybe I do want to do a house again. All right, let's find my dream house. Let's see, what would my dream house look like? Well, the inside would be kind of cool. Let's put that one in there. So when I clicked on it, it went there. That's not what I wanted it to do. I wanted to drag it into that square. So now I've got that in that square. Now let's also say in my vision, I saw a trip to Hawaii. Put Hawaii in here. I've got moving images of Hawaii, or I've got pictures of Hawaii. I'm liking this one of the beach. I'm thinking that will look really nice right here. So now I have a moving picture of the beach. The palm trees on the other side of this image. So these images are kind of fun and funky too. You just have to pay attention to the details of them when you pick them. Let's see, what's another one? How about graduating? That's what I am focused on. I can pick an image of people graduating, or one person graduating, and I can pull it into this image. Now, I don't have a color scheme here, so maybe I want to go make all of these black and white. So I'm going to go to Edit Image. I'm going to go to Two-Tone. I'm going to make this black and white. I'm going to go to Edit Image. Do Dual Tone. I move faster than my computer likes this, so But the point is I can make all of these images black and white, and I can pick my theme and I can pick my text. So that's the way to kind of start from scratch and just play around with the different options that are in Canva. And if you want to do a video, you can do a video. Do keep in mind that the more layers that you do and the more animation that you do, the bigger your file is going to get. And the bigger that your file gets, the longer it takes to download. And sometimes that can cause issues with it if you're sharing it. If it's something just for you, or you have the capacity and the higher internet speed, that could be an issue. In my area, we don't have the best internet speed, so I try to keep things really simple and short, so they're easy to download, not just for me, but for anyone that I share them with. So that's kind of up to you. A general rule, if you're doing a post or anything animated, I found if you keep it under about 15 seconds, you're good. If you start going over 15 seconds or 30 seconds or a minute, then you're running into it being a pretty big file because these are high quality when they're complete and you download them. So keep that in mind. I'm going to make this one black and white. I'll leave the beach a color. I don't want this background. I'm going to pick a different background. So I'm going to go to backgrounds. And I envisioned in my vision clouds. So I'm going to put clouds in the background. Just maybe. Go. So for the clouds, black and white. And now I'm noticing that doesn't work very well color-wise. So I could pick my favorite color and put my favorite color as the background instead. Maybe do that to me. When you are doing background, you can just double click as well. Okay, now I like this because I've got a little bit of a color scheme going on, black and white and turquoise. And I can play around where these go, how they move, how they're layered on top of each other or not, how big they are, all of that. Then I can just add my text. And I can pick something fun, or I can just do a basic headline. Three months of 2023 or three wishes, or just goals. Or 2023. Ta-da! That's pretty basic. If I want to do something fancier with it, I can animate it. I can do effects with it. I can change the color. I can change the size, or I can change the font. And I've got lots of fun options in here. So I'm going to change the font, and I'm going to give it a shadow. And I can pick the color of the shadow as well. So I'm going to make it something, I'm going to do white, make it stand out with my colors. So there's a very basic color scheme there, and a very basic vision board. And of course you can play with this, the shapes, the size, how many images, maybe you keep them all the same. I tend to do a rule of three: 3 colors, 3 images, 3 texts, just for the rule of being seen from big to large. Rules of 3, but you can use your artistic preference however you want to do this. Very simplistic. You can do it very complicated, animated, bold, mild, totally up to you. It's your vision board. So that gives you the tools to go forward and create your vision board. And I would love if you sent me what you created. I'd love to see some of that in a group or in a message. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure to share this with you. And I hope this helps you to have a great start to your 2023, 2024, 2025, whatever year you are planning for. I believe in you, believe in yourself. God bless, and have a wonderful time creating your vision board.